I'm Mike with the Wandering Wolf, and these are the Diquis spheres. Before we get started on today's adventure, we want to take a quick second to remind you that you can follow our other content at wanderingwolfproductions.com, and you can support us on Patreon. Everything that you give goes straight into making these videos happen. Now let's get on with the adventure. Hey guys, we are here at site Finca 6 for the Diquis spheres. Hope I'm saying that right. Anyways, we are going to be exploring the area today, showing you guys hopefully a lot of the mystery and different stuff surrounding these spheres and this archaeological site. As you can see behind me, the facilities are pretty nice. This is an ongoing archaeological site. In 2014, it was finally declared a UNESCO World Heritage Site, which is great news. And we're going to come in here and explore, show you guys around quite a bit. Hey guys, so we are here at the first site, the first stop along the trail here at the site. Little information that they've got up here is that this area has been subject to looting, which is really unfortunate. That actually contributes to the lack of knowledge that they have about the place. But they did find some things, pottery and stuff like that. Now this site, they believe, dates all the way back between 300 to 800 AD. And as you can see behind me, this is what's left of this particular location. Now, from what I'm reading here, it looks like it might have been like some home or different stuff like that. There's plenty more to explore, so we're gonna get on down the trail here. Just real quick, if you guys notice, and you can hear this, we've had this problem before with cicadas and bugs, so we're doing it, just when you guys watch this, we've done our best to make this as clear as possible, which is why I'm yelling at you right now. Let's get on into the site and explore and maybe get away from these creepy crawlies. In the 1930s, the United Fruit Company was clearing this land for banana plantations. Now the workers, as they were clearing the area, were running into these spheres and the archaeological sites that exist here today, and they would just move them aside, not really caring. Now, rumors of gold existing inside those spheres prompted workers to do things like drill holes into the spheres and dynamite them, blowing them up in hopes of finding gold. Of course, they never did, but some of the tract and the plantations that were used by the United Fruit Company, those exist still to this day. We're standing under one right now where the banana plantations here behind me, they pick the bananas, put them on these tracks, send them on down the line, and this goes right through the archaeological site. So behind me here is Mound One. Now this building has a ramp that you can kind of see going up here, or what's the remains of what the structure would have been. The ramp would have gone up to an actual porch in the front of the building, and then basically like a circular base for the building and foundation. And then at the front of it, down at the bottom of the ramps here, there's a sphere here, and there would have been another sphere at the end of the ramp. The spheres are believed to be signifiers of status and would have lined the fronts of homes of important people like chiefs and things like that. So the areas behind me here are called the residence of the main personalities. Now these are homes that important people of the time would have been using, archaeologists suspect. Now when the United Fruit Company came in here and they started developing the area for banana plantations, they built drainage ditches all throughout of the area. And unfortunately, one of those went right through some of the main structures on the site. Unfortunately, that damaged some of the buildings and the foundations of those buildings. Now, the area here, they keep it really well maintained, as you can see in here behind me, but that allows us to see what's left of those structures still standing to this day. So the area behind me here, all this flat space, apparently is subject to a lot of flooding throughout the years. Now this is ongoing for 1,000 years, so you can only imagine what this site might have used to look like. Now they know that there's spheres underneath this area, but because of the flooding that has taken place for so long, it deposits sediments and rocks and all sorts of stuff, building up the landscape and covering those spheres. So they're here just underground. So right here is an example of what I was just talking about. One of these spheres that's been covered up through the deposit of rock and sediment. As this entire area floods, you can see they've uncovered just the little top here. Pretty cool. So the indigenous communities of Baruca and Reycure believe that the balsa wood, this tree here behind me, is inhabited by little spirits and stuff, that master craftsmen can actually carve the wood to inhabit those spirits that people can use for masks and figurines and stuff like that. I don't know, but to me that sounds a little creepy. I'm gonna walk around this tree and give it a wide berth. So behind me here is what's called the alignment of spheres. There's 1, 2, and way back there, a third one. Now, these 3 spheres are believed to be the only ones in the area that are still in their original place, that haven't been moved. Now, the way that they're lined up, they believe that these might have been used to track the sun or stars, things to do with astrology, just like a lot of the other ancient sites in Central and South America. Really cool. So being out here at the Diquis spheres is really cool. I've been excited to come see this place for quite a while. And it is out here in the middle of nowhere, but this site is extremely well maintained. I'm coming up on one of the main features of the site, which showcases a huge collection of the spheres in varying shapes and sizes. Not shapes, all spheres, but varying sizes. And being out here and seeing all this is really cool. This is one of the things that I love to do the most, which is visit these ancient sites and learn all about these cultures and the things that they were capable of doing. Let's turn around here and take a look at this. So as we're out here working, thought I'd tell you guys a little bit about the mythology around this place. There's a lot of cool different theories around how these stones were made and their purposes. One of them is that the local tribes knew how to soften stone. Now, you hear that at a lot of different places all over Central and South America, that they knew how to work stone and soften it and mold it. Another one is that it came from Atlantis. Another is that they're natural, that nature formed them somehow. The one I like is the one of the god of thunder, Diquis. I think I got that right. And that these are actually cannonballs that he blew out of his blowpipe to chase away the Serkis, which were the gods of wind and hurricanes that would harass the local indigenous people. That's my particularly favorite one. But we are standing in this collection of stone spheres right here, and it is really cool. This entire site has been a really, really interesting video to shoot. There are over 300 petrospheres all throughout Costa Rica that are known about anyways. Now, the majority of those are made out of gabbro, which is a type of magma rock. There are a dozen or so that are made out of shell-rich limestone and another dozen made out of sandstone. Some of these ranging from 2 centimeters all the way up to 6 feet and 15 tons. They would have come, the gabbro anyways, would have come from several kilometers away in the hills and mountains. Now, this is an impressive feat to have moved something that could be up to 15 tons all the way from those locations down to your very front door. An impressive display of power for the local chieftains. So behind me here is the entrance to the museum on site, where you can find more information about the Diquis culture and all sorts of artifacts and different things like that. Don't forget, you can also visit the National Museum in San Jose to learn even more about this incredible people which the spheres are named after. Thank you guys so much for watching. We had a blast filming this site. Remember, hit that like button, subscribe, and if you get a chance, share the video with all your friends. It really helps us grow. You can find all of our information for following us on social media in the description below, along with our website, and you can support us on Patreon as well. Stay safe and have a great week.